This is the Porcupine Presents, and the finale of Captain Midnight, The Mysterious Voice, episodes 27 through 33. We hope you've enjoyed listening.
The Skelly Oil Company presents Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight, brought to you 3 times each week by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. But first tell me this, all you wide-awake Flight Patrol members. How's the weather in your part of the country? Well, I know you're watching the weather very closely, as every young future flyer should. Because, as we said last time, that's what every good airplane pilot does. He watches the weather every day, studies the weather reports, listens to the weather forecasts on the radio, so he'll always be ready for the weather ahead. Now, the month of March is just about half over, and spring will soon be here. The weather will be changing mighty fast now, and it's mighty important for cars as well as for airplanes to be prepared for the changing weather. It's been a long, hard winter for your family car. There are probably a lot of things that ought to be checked over, especially the lubrication. The motor oil probably needs changing. The gear lubricants ought to be checked. The battery should be tested, and lots of other things a person is apt to let go too long during cold weather. So listen, fellas and girls, as wide-awake young members of Captain Midnight's 1940 Flight Patrol, why don't you make yourself the family weather observer? And when you see the weather getting warmer and signs of spring here and there, just remember to remind Dad to stop at your Skelly service station for a spring checkup of the family car. Your Skelly man knows just the right weight of Skelly Tagoline or Uniflow motor oil you should have right now for your weather. He'll see that your car has the gears properly lubricated. Put plenty of pure distilled water in the battery and take care of all the other things that ought to be checked over on your car. But your Skelly man can't do anything for you unless you stop in and see him. So it's up to you to have Dad or Mother stop at your Skelly service station as soon as you see it's time to make the family car weather right for spring. Remember, when the weatherman says the word, it's time to see the Skelly man. And now to Captain Midnight. An intensely exciting event is about to happen. Captain Midnight, Steve, and Patsy Donovan are flying at 10,000 feet over Ridgeville Airport at 12 o'clock at night. Captain Midnight has just called Ivan Shark by radio, and the criminal has answered, demanding that Captain Midnight give his word of honor to leave Ivan Shark alone. But Captain Midnight tells Shark he'll not talk to him until he hears Chuck's voice. The criminal then orders Chuck to step up and say a few words to Captain Midnight. Listen as Captain Midnight says into the microphone.
I don't hear Chuck's voice yet, Ivan Shark. Go ahead.
Here he is, Captain Midnight. Go ahead, Ramsey.
Ready, Patsy. Catch every word he says now.
Hello, Captain Midnight and everybody. It sure seems a long time since I have seen you and the old home in Black Gulch. I'm feeling fine. This is on my word of honor. Do as Ivan Shark asks, flying to any point he says as swiftly as an arrow. Ivan Shark is a snake, a cobra, but I guess you...
That's enough, Ramsey. Remember what I said I would do if you do not obey me.
Just as you say, Ivan Shark.
Now then, Captain Midnight, you have heard Ramsey's voice. Are you satisfied? Go ahead.
Yes, for the moment I am. But I must have time to think over your proposition. Go ahead.
Come now, Captain Midnight. You are stalling for only one reason. I will give you just 24 hours until 12 o'clock this next night. Then I will call you for your answer. Needless to say, if your answer is no, you will never see Chuck Ramsey and Frank Crane again. Go ahead.
I understand, Shark. I will speak to you in 24 hours. Go ahead.
Very good, Captain Midnight. Ivan Shark, signing off.
All right, quick, Steve. Throttle that engine and head for the ground.
Right you are.
I got every word Chuck said, Captain Midnight.
Oh, that's splendid, Patsy. I think I could repeat every word of it myself.
And me, too.
Gosh, Captain Midnight, it sure didn't sound as though Chuck was sending a secret message. He didn't take very long.
But that's where you're wrong, Patsy. I'm convinced there's a secret message included in what Chuck said. We'll analyze it as soon as we get on the ground.
Well, the thing I'm worried about is that we only have 24 hours to do something. Why, even if Chuck did get a secret message through to us, what can we do in 24 hours?
We can fly a long distance in 24 hours, Steve. Especially in this new Spartan of Captain Midnight.
You bet we can, Patsy. But as far as I'm concerned, we're going to stay right here.
Stay right here? But Jiminy Cricket's Captain Midnight. Well, maybe then it'll be too late to help Chuck.
No, it won't, Patsy. Ivan Shark is clever, but he's slipping up a little. Now, after I talk to him tomorrow night, he's going to give me some more time. And if I can get enough time out of him, we'll have a good chance of rescuing Chuck and Frank Crane before the time limit's up. Say, Steve, is there a broadcasting station in Ridgeville?
Oh, sure there is. The local newspaper owns one.
Good. I want to get a hold of a good radio actor or an announcer.
Loop and Loops. What in the world do you want with them?
After breakfast in the morning, we're going to spend a lot of time listening to voices. I want to find out who can duplicate my voice.
Jiminy Crickets.
I begin to get the idea. You're going to have someone else talk to Ivan Shark in your place.
You guessed it, Steve. And if we can find someone who can duplicate my voice, I want you to arrange with Southwest Airlines for a pilot and plane to take this chap up. Their ships are equipped with radio transmitters as good or better than this one.
Oh, that'll be a cinch. Gee, if we can only find someone who sounds like you, but
I'll explain the whole thing to you both later. Right now, let's land this ship and get to a room where we can study Chuck's message and receive the telegram from the listening post.
Right.
Field's all clear below, Steve. I stick our nose down and let's get on the ground.
Okay, Captain. Here we go.
All right, close the door, Steve. We'll get to work.
All right, you are.
Now then, I've been puzzling over Chuck's message, and I noticed at the end he called Ivan Shark a snake, a cobra. Now, that's the thing that made me sure Chuck sent us a secret message.
Well, Chuck didn't have to use the word cobra.
Yeah.
In fact, it seems to me he was taking a big chance by calling Ivan Shark a snake.
Oh, he did it for a reason, Steve. And don't you see? The word cobra is the first half of the word Cobra Hofa.
By George, it is. Say, what do you know about that?
You bet. Now we're getting somewhere and in a hurry. Now, the word Cobra Hope is one that is particularly well known to all of us. That's why Chuck used the first part of it. Now, that's the key word.
Why, of course. That's exactly what Chuck means. But how can you make a message out of the word Cobra Hofa?
Well, I don't know just yet. Now, let's analyze the message.
Steve told me about that method of sending secret messages in letters.
Yeah, the one you told me about, Captain Midnight, where you use every fifth or eighth word.
Yes, I told Chuck all about that one time, too. I was telling him about the various means used by spies to send secret messages and letters.
Uh-huh.
I was just looking at every fifth word.
Yeah?
You see, the first fifth word is everybody.
Mm-hmm.
The second fifth word after that is long. And next comes the word seen.
Doesn't seem to get us anywhere, does it?
I've been looking at the sixth, seventh, and eighth words. And they don't seem to get us anywhere either.
Well, let's take the 10th word.
Yeah?
The first one is long, and the second is home. Then the third word is on. Well, they don't seem to make any sense either.
Oh, they don't, Patsy. But to continue, the next 10th word is flying, and the last one is arrow.
Arrow. I've been looking at that word, arrow. I can't see any possible reason for Chuck's using such a word.
That's right, Captain Midnight. And another thing.
Yeah?
Listen to me as I read the fourth sentence.
All right, go ahead.
Do as Ivan Shark asks, flying to any point he says as swiftly as an arrow.
Mm-hmm.
I never heard Chuck talk like that before. Why, it doesn't even sound like him.
Jiminy Crickets. Maybe that's it. Maybe it wasn't even Chuck at all.
No, that's where you're both wrong. It was Chuck. I'm positive of it. But you're right about one thing, Patsy. That fourth sentence doesn't sound like Chuck at all. And if Ivan Shark knew Chuck as well as we do, his suspicions would be aroused immediately.
You're getting to something, Captain Midnight. What is it?
Now, if Chuck could have talked the way he usually talks, he would have finished that fourth sentence by telling me to go to the point Ivan Shark wanted me to as quick as I could. Not as swiftly as an arrow.
You're absolutely right, Captain Midnight. But why did Chuck say it that way?
For some reason, Chuck wanted to use the word arrow. Now, we've got to find out what that reason is. And wait a minute. He also mentioned Black Gulch.
Black Gulch?
Mm-hmm.
Loop and Loops. We know Ivan Shark flew northwest. You don't suppose he's in his old hideout in Black Gulch, do you, Captain Midnight?
No, I don't, Patsy, because our method of triangulation shows that he spoke from a point up in Canada.
Well, maybe it's the old home, not Black Gulch, that's important.
I think you're getting closer now, Steve. Now, let's take those 10th words again. Now, I'll read them off slowly and distinctly. Now, here they are. Long, home, on, flying, arrow.
Long, home, on, flying, arrow.
That's right.
Why, that sort of makes a little sense, doesn't it?
Well, it would make sense if there was a place called the Flying Arrow.
Wait a minute, wait
Gosh,
a minute.
Captain Midnight, what is it?
Well, yeah, do you see something else?
I see something that's vitally important. Just as plain and simple as the nose in your face. I guess that's why I didn't see it for such a long time.
Loop and loops, Captain Midnight, what is it?
Yeah, what is it? Come on, tell us.
Now, wait a minute. Now, look. Now, take a good look at those 5 words. Now, look. Long, home, on, flying arrow. Don't you see?
Well, I don't see anything more than we've already seen.
Gosh, I've got it. The first letters.
That's the stuff, Patsy. Don't you see, Steve? The first letters of those 5 words. And look. L-H-O-F-A.
L-H-O-F-A. I still don't see what... Why, yes, now I do. They're the last 5 letters of the words Cobra Hopa.
Right.
Well, sure, Steve, that's it.
Don't you see, Steve? Chuck called Ivan Shark a cobra, which is a word made up of the first 5 letters of Cobra Hopa. Then, in the message, every 10th word gives us the last 5 letters of Cobra Hopa.
Right.
Chuck is evidently trying to give us the message made up of words beginning with the letters that make Cobra Hope.
That's exactly what he's doing, Patsy. And the last 5 words of that message are long, home, on, flying arrow.
By George, we are getting somewhere now. But look, suppose you're right. How are we going to get to the first 5 letters of the message?
Chuck will give them to us.
But we may never hear from Chuck again.
Oh, yes, we will, Patsy. I've got that all worked out. We'll hear from Chuck. Oh, wait a minute. Come in.
It's the messenger boy from the telegraph office.
There's a couple of telegrams for you, Captain Albright. They came in one right after the other.
Oh, thanks very much, son. Oh, here. Here, take this.
Thanks an awful lot, sir. Is there any reply?
No, son, thanks a lot.
Yes, sir.
Gee, I could hardly wait. What does the first one say?
Now, wait a minute. Here it is. Well, this telegram is from post number 1 out on the Pacific coast. Greatest signal strength at 355 degrees.
Well, what do you know about that? The point of transmission must be west of the previous one.
You're right, Steve. We'll see whether the message from the second listening post bears that out.
I can hardly wait.
Well, here's what it says. Greatest signal strength at 350 degrees.
Well, that checks. Here's the map. I'll draw the first line right now.
Well, go ahead.
That makes the second position, the point where Ivan Shark broadcast this message, west of the straight north line.
Yes, Patsy. There's a total difference of about 10 degrees.
The difference in the degrees from the second listening post won't be as great.
No, it couldn't be. All right, I'll draw the line.
Go ahead.
Those lines intersect almost straight west from the first point.
Yes, and a rough guess would make them about 250 miles apart.
All right. But look at that country. Near the headwaters of the Peace River, and boy, what rough country that is.
Yes, I know it, Steve. It's plenty rough.
But what do you think, Captain Midnight? Where do you think Chuck is?
Right now, Patsy, if I were to make a guess, I would say that Ivan Shark is holding Chuck and young Crane at a place somewhere between the intersection of those 2 lines. Ivan Shark evidently flew east to make his first broadcast. Now he's flown west to make the second.
But great guns, Captain Midnight. Just think of a territory as great as that. And so wild, too.
Yeah.
Why, it would take months to find where Shark is keeping Chuck.
Ordinarily, Steve, that'd be true. But you forget that Chuck has sent us one secret message, and if I'm right, we'll get another one tonight at 12 o'clock.
Can Captain Midnight be right? Will they hear again from Chuck that night? And will the young pilot succeed in getting through another secret message? Don't miss finding out how Chuck succeeds in sending a complete secret message to Captain Midnight. Say, just a minute now. Here's something I almost forgot to tell you. It's something that's awfully easy to forget, and that's just the trouble. How long has it been since you've checked the battery in your family car? Well, listen, that's mighty important, you know, so there's a way you can show Dad you're really wide awake. The next time you're out in the family car, just give Dad a reminder. Tell him you know that your friendly Skelly Man will be mighty happy to check your battery for you free of charge. He'll add some distilled water free, too. And if there's anything wrong with it, he can tell you mighty quick before it causes you serious trouble out on the road somewhere. So there's something worth remembering. The chances are it's been some time since your battery has been checked. So tell Dad to stop by your Skelly service station for a free battery inspection tonight. And don't forget to tune in again Friday, same time, same station, for further transcribed adventures of Captain Midnight. Brought to you by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. Chuck has sent part of his secret message to Captain Midnight. But can he send the rest? What will Ivan Shark do next? Be sure to listen Friday. Until then, this is Don Gordon, your Skelly Man, saying goodbye and happy landing! Company presents Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight, brought to you 3 times each week by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. But say, right about now, I'll bet you're hungry as a bear. And you know, that reminds me of something. Why is a bear hungry? Do you ever stop to think of that? Well, sir, a bear is hungry, or I might better say a bear is hungriest in the spring, after he's gone practically all winter without eating. You see, that's why people started saying, "Gee, I'm hungry as a bear." Well, you know, I'll bet that's just about the way your family car feels. Just like a bear that's been holed up all winter long. I'll bet your family car is hungry as a bear for some good old Skelly Tagoline motor oil and Skelly Greasemaster lubrication. You see, spring is just around the corner now. The family car has probably had a pretty hard winter. It's maybe just a wee bit tired out and logy feeling. Well, sir, the chances are just what it needs for a swell spring tonic is a crankcase full of good old Skelly Tagoline of a special grade to suit the weather in your own particular part of the country. The chances are it could stand some fresh summer weight gear lubricants, too, and maybe a good all-round lubrication job by a trained Skelly Greasemaster. Say, you've no idea what a spring treatment like that will do for a car that's sort of winter-weary. Tell Dad to try it tomorrow. Tell him to be sure and drive in to a Skelly service station where he sees the big red, white, and blue sign with the big letter S that stands for Skelly Service. If the family car is beginning to feel like an old bear that's just come out of winter quarters, you tell Dad you'll bet your Skelly man will soon have it feeling playful as a year-old cub. Yes, sir, your Skelly man knows just what to do for winter-weary cars. To fill 'em up full of the joy of living in springtime. So tell Dad to stop at your Skelly service station tonight or tomorrow. And now to Captain Midnight. Chuck Ramsey and the young student pilot, Frank Crane, are in Ivan Shark's power. Chuck has already succeeded in getting a secret message, or part of one, to Captain Midnight in the few words that Ivan Shark allowed Chuck to say over the radio. It is now afternoon of the next day. Ivan Shark is seated in his library studying a large-scale map on the wall. Listen.
Yes, Fang?
You asked for Miss Fury, Master. I bring her to see you.
Very good, Fang. Tell her to come in.
You will enter, Miss Fury.
Thank you, Fang. Send for me, Father.
Yes, Fury. We are approaching a critical point in our deal with Captain Midnight, and I wish to speak to you. That will be all for the present, Fang.
Yes, Master.
Captain Midnight is to give you his answer tonight, is he not?
Yes, my dear. At 12 o'clock tonight.
Do you think he will agree?
He will. Not immediately, perhaps, but within several days.
But you only gave him 24 hours, Father.
I realize that, Fury. But Captain Midnight will wriggle all he can before he finally agrees to my proposal. I know him too well. He will find some good reason for delaying his final answer, because he will wish to exhaust all possibilities of locating and rescuing the 2 boys.
Yes, Father. And perhaps Captain Midnight will succeed.
No, Fury. Captain Midnight cannot possibly do that. In the first place, he will not find this hideout because it is so well hidden. In the second place, he does not know where it is because each time I talk to him on the radio, I talk to him from different positions. And those positions were over 250 miles apart. It would take months to comb this country thoroughly and locate us. And most important of all, I will know if Captain Midnight leaves Ridgeville Airport.
You will know that?
Most certainly I will, my dear. I also am having Captain Midnight's position triangulated each time he speaks to me. The first 2 times have both been from Ridgeville. Tonight, when I speak to him, I shall warn him that if he does not continue to speak to me from the same point, our deal is completely off.
From what point will you speak to Captain Midnight tonight?
Well, that is just what I was considering when you came in. Here on the wall, you see a large map of this country. Over there to the east is the point from which I talked the first time. And here to the west is the point from which I talked the last time.
I have an idea, Father.
Yes?
Tonight, why do you not call Captain Midnight from here? He will never believe you are actually talking from the point at which you are holding Chuck Ramsey.
Excellent, my dear Fury. You are right. Captain Midnight would never think I would dare to broadcast from the actual position of my hideout. And in any case, it does not matter, because Captain Midnight will be 2,000 miles away.
How are the two boys taking this matter?
With a great deal of composure, Fury. Almost too much, I might say.
Chuck Ramsey has no fear because he has the mistaken idea that Captain Midnight will rescue him.
You are right, Fury. But let him harbor such foolish hopes if he insists on doing so. And now, I must talk to Gardo regarding our broadcast to Captain Midnight tonight.
Not far away, behind locked doors, are Chuck Ramsey and young Frank Crane. They're talking together in low tones. Let's listen as Chuck says,
No, Frank, it's like this. Ivan Shark is merely trying to deceive Captain Midnight as to the location of this hideout.
But gosh, Chuck, even if Captain Midnight does know the positions from which Shark has been broadcasting, that's going to help him find us here.
Yeah, that's the whole trouble, Frank. Captain Midnight will have an idea of the general region, but it won't help him much in locating this exact spot.
Why, Chuck, it'd take months to find this place.
I know it. I'll bet you one thing. I'll bet that after the first talk Captain Midnight had with Ivan Shark, after Captain Midnight found the location from which Shark was talking, that he sent a message to the Canadian authorities. Why, I'll bet the mounted police are trying to find us right now.
Boy, they're good, too. Why, I've heard they never give up until they found their man.
That's true, Frank. They're just like our American Bureau of Investigation.
And the only trouble is, Shark will be gone when they find this place, and you and I will.
Well, we'll just have to hope for the best.
Gosh, Chuck, I hate to think of Mother and Dad.
Well, now listen, Frank. You just get any ideas like that out of your head. We're going to find some way to beat Ivan Shark at his own game. I got one message through to Captain Midnight last night. And if I get a chance to talk to him again, I'll get another one through to him.
Oh, yeah, have you got it all worked out, Chuck?
You bet I have. And if I can get to talk to Captain Midnight this time, I think he'll begin to catch on.
Oh, gosh, Chuck, do you suppose Ivan Shark was suspicious last night? From what you said, he sure must have cut you off quick.
Yes, he did. But I was lucky in one respect. He didn't stop me before I got the word Cobra. That was the most important thing.
And you had the rest of the letters in the message?
Yes, every 10th word. Oh, here's the message I got fixed up if I get a chance to talk to Captain Midnight tonight. Now, this is how it goes.
And many miles away, on the edge of the Ridgeville Airport, 5 persons are gathered in a small room in the Southwest Airlines terminal building. Captain Midnight is standing by a table, around which are seated Steve and Patsy Donovan and the old miners, Pinky Drake and Slim Poole. Captain Midnight is speaking. Listen.
Now, I've asked the 4 of you to come to this room because I wish to explain what our next move will be. We've now arrived at the critical point in our attempt to rescue Chuck and young Crane. The events of the next 24 hours will probably spell success or failure. Is the Spartan ready for a long flight, Steve?
Yes, Captain Midnight, it is. The tanks are full and the water in the ship have been checked. The list of supplies you gave me are packed in the baggage compartment.
Good work, Steve. Now then, Pinky and Slim, have you 2 everything you need?
You darn tootin' we have, Captain Midnight. Slim and me's all set to fight them Canadian wilds for a couple of months.
And we're sure hankering for some action, Captain Midnight.
Good. Now then, I'm going to do some explaining. You were all with me at the broadcasting station this morning. You all agreed the man we finally picked has a voice so close to mine that no one could tell the difference over the air.
Sure I'm shooting. I sure done thought it was you I was listening to.
It's the darndest thing I ever heard in my life.
I wouldn't have believed it possible.
He could have sure fooled me all right.
Well, I don't think we could have done better. Now, here's the plan. When we take off tonight, we'll be all set for a long flight. I'll hold my conversation with Ivan Shark at 12 o'clock over this airport. By 8 o'clock in the morning, if the weather is okay, we should be close to the Canadian border. We'll stop at an airport, which I've selected, and refuel. Then we'll go on to Reddington, which we should reach by noon. After reaching there, I'll confer with Northwest police officials, and we'll decide on the next move at that time.
Gosh, all hemlock, Captain Midnight. I sure don't get the idea what this here radioactor's going to do.
I'll explain that to you, Pinky, because I want you all to understand what's going on. As you know, I've had listening posts checking the positions from which Ivan Shark has been talking. Well, he's probably checked on me, too. As long as he believes I am remaining here at Ridgeville, He feels perfectly safe.
So you want this actor here to speak for you so that Shark will have the transmitter triangulated, and he'll think you're still here at Ridgeville Airport.
Right, that's the whole thing. That's why I asked you to arrange with Southwest Airlines for a plane.
That's all been taken care of. The ship will be ready to go up at any time.
Good.
But gee, Captain Midnight, there's one thing I can't understand.
What's that, Patsy?
Ivan Shark only gave you 24 hours. That will be up at 12 o'clock tonight. You'll have to give him your answer, won't you?
Well, I've got that all worked out, Patsy. Let's get to the plane now. And when you hear me talk to Shark at 12 o'clock, you'll understand. All right, come on now, let's go. What time do you make it, Steve?
20 seconds to 12.
Ah, good. Now, keep the ship cruising at 10,000 feet over the airport.
She's at 10,000 now, Captain Midnight. I've got her throttle down as low as I can without losing any altitude.
She's fine as she is right now. All right, Patsy, are you ready?
I'm all set, Captain Midnight. I've got my pad and writing board and extra pencils.
Ah, good. Now, remember, I'm going to ask to talk to Chuck again. And if I do get to talk to him, you've got to get every word he says.
I won't miss a word, Captain Midnight. I'm sure I won't.
Is there anything Slim and me can do, Captain Midnight?
No, not a thing, Pinky. You and Slim sit quiet and listen.
You darn tootin' we will.
All right, now. 12 o'clock. I'm tuning in.
Ivan Shark was supposed to call us, but I can't hear a thing.
Wait a minute.
Calling Captain Midnight. Ivan Shark calling Captain Midnight. Go ahead.
Captain Midnight, answering Ivan Shark. Go ahead.
I am waiting for your answer, Captain Midnight. If you wish to see Chuck Ramsey again, you must give me your promise to leave me alone. Go ahead.
24 hours have passed since I talked to you, Ivan Shark. I must know that Chuck Ramsey is still alive. You must allow me to hear his voice again. Go ahead.
Very well, Captain Midnight. You shall hear Ramsey's voice. And then you must give me your answer. Step forward, Ramsey. You may talk once more.
Well, once again, we are to hear Chuck Ramsey's voice from faraway Canada. What kind of a secret message will Chuck attempt to get through to Captain Midnight this time? And what about Captain Midnight's plan to fly at once to Canada while a man at Ridgeville Airport imitates his voice in future conversations with Ivan Shark? Will the plan work? Tune in to Captain Midnight. Say, in this uncertain March weather, it's especially important that you have a motor oil in your crankcase that's weather right. You want an oil with body enough to protect your motor, but one that is light enough to let your motor turn over easy these mornings when it's still a bit chilly. And that's why so many folks are sticking to good old Skelly Tagoline motor oil that's weather right. Motor oil that's made to stand abuse. Because, you see, oil that doesn't thin out too much gives you more miles to the quart. And oil that doesn't thicken up too much means less drain on your battery and less wear on your motor. Why don't you try Skelly Tagoline motor oil in your family car? Ask your friendly Skelly man about it. He'll see that you get the proper grade for your car and for your weather. Now, don't forget to tune in again Monday, same time, same station, for further transcribed adventures of Captain Midnight. Brought to you by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. Can Chuck send more of his secret message to Captain Midnight before Ivan Shark suspects the ruse? What will happen next? Be sure to listen Monday. Until then, this is Don Gordon, your Skelly man, saying goodbye and happy landing! The Skelly Oil Company presents Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight, brought to you 3 times each week by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. But first, let me ask you something. Is your family car sort of winter-weary? I mean, is the motor oil in the crankcase getting pretty watery and winter-worn? Just sort of tired? Is it thinned out with gasoline that leaked down into the crankcase from all that extra choking during cold weather? Well, the chances are all of those things are true of your family car right now. But now here's the point. Every wide-awake young Flight Patrol member should make it his or her job right now to remind Dad or Mother to have the car made ready for summer driving. But it's not summer yet, I'll bet you're saying. Well, no, it's not. You're right. But the really cold weather is over, and it's time now to start changing over to motor oil and lubricants that are especially designed for warmer weather. It's time now to have your car made summer ready. Now, of course, you know what to do about that. You bet. Just stop at your Skelly service station. Because your friendly Skelly man, the man who helps bring you this Captain Midnight radio program, really knows his oil. He knows just what kind of motor oil and lubricants of every type that the manufacturers recommend for your car. And he'll surely appreciate your telling Dad or Mother tonight that you think it's time to bring the car over to your Skelly service station to have it made summer ready. Your Skelly man will drain out that old, thin, winter-worn oil from the crankcase and fill it with clean, sparkling, golden Skelly Tagoline or Uniflow motor oil. He'll check the lubricants in the gears, fill your battery, and look over things generally without 1 cent of extra cost. He'll have your car ready for warmer weather in jig time. And I'll bet your car will feel like dancing a jig step, too, when your Skelly man gets through giving it his all-over treatment for that old winter weariness. So remember, won't you, tell Dad to bring the car over to your Skelly service station to have it made summer ready right now. And now to Captain Midnight. The famous pilots, accompanied by Steve and Patsy Donovan and the old miners Pinky Drake and Slim Poole, are flying at 10,000 feet over Ridgeville Airport in Captain Midnight's speedy new Spartan cabin plane. It's 12 o'clock at night, and Ivan Shark has just radioed Captain Midnight demanding the answer to his proposition. But Captain Midnight has refused to talk until he's sure Chuck is still alive. He must hear the boy's voice. A tense silence holds the occupants of the Spartan's cabin breathless. Listen as Ivan Shark's voice comes faintly through the ether.
Step forward, Ramsey, and say something to Captain Midnight.
Hello, Captain Midnight and everybody. Please do not delay long. Fly where Ivan Shark says. I will not see home again if you refuse. To do all these things on my account is a lot, I know. Remember that flying according to Ivan Shark's directions and straight as an arrow is essential. Please do...
That is enough, Ramsey. I guess Captain Midnight is convinced you are still alive. Are you not, Captain Midnight? Go ahead.
Yes, I am. But I can't give you my answer at this moment. I must have more time to think it over. Go ahead.
That is very unreasonable, Captain Midnight. And I know perfectly well why you are stalling. I am willing to give you more time only on one condition. You must remain at Ridgeville Airport. And in order to prove to me that you are at Ridgeville, I must hear your voice every 24 hours at the same time. 12 o'clock at night. Go ahead.
Very good. But there is one condition I must insist upon, too. And that is that I shall hear Chuck Ramsey's voice every 24 hours also. Go ahead.
Very good, Captain Midnight. I will agree to that. But I have decided to take no chances. Therefore, I am only giving you 48 hours in which to make up your mind. I will call you tomorrow night at 12 o'clock and also at 12 o'clock on the second night. At that time, I must have your final answer. Otherwise, I will carry out the remainder of my plan. Go ahead.
Very good, Shark. You shall have my final answer within 48 hours. Captain Midnight signing off.
Gosh, Captain Midnight, this is terrible. We only have 48 hours to rescue Chuck and Frank Crane.
Yes, I know that, Patsy. But that's better than having to give my answer tonight.
What now, Captain Midnight? Do we head northwest?
Yes, Steve. Open her up to cruising speed and fly a compass course of 340 degrees.
Right you are.
I've got what Chuck said right here on my pad, Captain Midnight. Every word of it.
Good.
Gosh, old hemlock. It sure was good to hear Chuck's voice again.
It sure was. Seems like I ain't heard Chuck say anything for a couple of years.
It seems longer than that since he's been gone, Slim.
All right, now. Let's look at Chuck's message. Seems to me that I heard a couple of familiar words on that.
I did too, Captain Midnight. In the first place, Chuck used the word arrow. Don't you remember?
Mm-hmm.
You thought it was so strange you used it the other time?
Yes, I remember that. Now then, let's take a look. He starts out here. Hello, Captain Midnight and everybody.
That's exactly the way he started his message yesterday. See, here it is.
Uh-huh, yes, you're right. It's exactly the same.
In his last message, he used every 10th word to give the secret message he wanted us to understand.
Just a minute here. Look at this.
What in the tarnation is it, Captain Midnight?
Do you see something?
By the great grizzly. What is it?
Come here, look. Look at that 10th word, Patsy. It's exactly the same as the 10th word in Chuck's previous message.
Why, it is the same. It's the word long.
Say, do you suppose that could be a coincidence?
No, it isn't, because look here. The next 10th word is home. The next one after that is the word on, and after that comes flying, and then look here, the next 10th word is arrow.
Loopin' loops, can you imagine that? Why, Chuck's message this time is exactly as it was the time before.
What in the tarnation do you know about that?
Do you actually mean to say that Chuck's secret message this time is the same as yesterday?
It most certainly is, Steve, isn't it, Captain Midnight?
Listen to this, Steve. Chuck's first secret message was long, home, on, flying, arrow. Now, those words start with 5 different letters, and those 5 letters are the last 5 letters in the word Cobralhopa. And now tonight, although what Chuck said was a little bit different, his secret message is exactly the same.
Sure gotta hand it to Chuck. He's a mighty smart kid.
Well, call in rattlesnakes, I'll say so. And if you ask me, Chuck sure put one over on Ivan Shark.
If Chuck gave those same words 2 times in succession, it certainly proves they're mighty important.
Gosh, I'll say so. Chuck certainly wanted us to be sure and understand it.
Gosh, Captain Midnight, do you think them there words are the whole message?
No, Slim, no, I don't think so. But Chuck has pointed those 5 words out as being the most important ones.
But if those 5 words are only part of the message, what's the rest of it?
I think I can answer that, Patsy. Chuck has given us the last 5 letters of the word Cobralhopa twice. But in the first message, he took special pains to mention the word cobra, which is composed of the first 5 letters of the word Cobralhopa.
Then you think the other 5 words of the message begin with C-O-B-R-A.
Yes, Steve, that's what I think.
But Chuck hasn't given us 5 words beginning with those letters.
Yeah, but don't forget, Patsy. We're going to have a chance to hear Chuck again in 24 hours at 12 o'clock tomorrow night.
But we ain't going to be anywhere near Ridgeville tomorrow night, Captain Midnight.
It won't make any difference, Pinky. I've got someone to talk in my place, and we'll be able to tune in and listen to the conversation. We can hear what Chuck says, and Patsy can write it down.
Why, sure we can. Don't you see that, Pinky, you old lop-eared hyena?
Why, you didn't see it yourself till Captain Midnight just got through explaining it. You ain't fooling me at all.
As a matter of fact, we'll be able to hear Chuck clearer than before, because we'll be closer to him.
You're right, Steve. But gee, Captain Midnight, you don't suppose Ivan Shark will discover that you're not talking to him, will he?
No, Patsy, I don't think so. That fellow's voice sounds exactly like mine, and I told him what to say so that he can't make a mistake. And when Shark gets the report from his listening post and finds that the voice came from Ridgeville, he'll be positive he was hearing me.
Of course he will. Captain Midnight's plan will work, I'm sure of it.
This time we're sure going to put one over on Ivan Shark.
What do you mean, we? Captain Midnight was the one that figured it out, not you.
I'll have you two. Now cut it out, will you? So I'll be quiet and get a little rest. We need it. Later, we'll land and gas up. Oh, Steve, keep on 340 degrees for a couple of hours while I take a little nap. Then I'll take over the controls and give you a rest.
Have we got enough gas, Steve?
Yes, Patsy. There was a gas truck just pulling away now.
Gee, this sure is pretty country, isn't it, Pinky?
Yes, and that sure was the best breakfast I ever ate in my life.
I'll say it was, Pinky. That plate of ham and eggs I had really went to the spot.
Chuck sure would have liked that breakfast. Gosh, I seen him put away ham and eggs like that till the cows come home.
Gee, I wish we could get started. We're still a couple of 100 miles away from the Canadian border.
Well, Patsy, we're ready to go any time. Tanks are full of gas and oil.
Well, just as soon as Captain Midnight gets back, we'll be on our way. Look, here he comes now.
Yeah, and he's got some kind of papers in his hand.
Those must be the telegrams from the listening posts.
Oh, that's just what they are, all right. Gosh, I can hardly wait to see them.
Here we are, Captain Midnight. The tanks are full of gas and we're all ready to go.
Good. Just a second, Patsy. We'll check these telegrams first. I'll shut the cabin door. We'll be all ready to start.
I've got the map laid out on this board.
Oh, good. So I see. Have you got your protractor ready there, Steve?
All right here, Captain.
All right. Here's the message from post number 1.
That's the one from the Pacific coast, isn't it?
Mm-hmm. Here's what the message says. Greatest signal strength at 0 degrees.
0 degrees?
Mm-hmm.
Why, that's straight north.
Well, here. I'm all set to draw the line.
Here's the ruler.
There. That's it.
What in the tarnation does that mean? Why, this line runs right between the others.
It's almost exactly between. In fact, Shark must have been midway between the points he broadcast from the other two lines.
We'll check that by the second message. All right, here it is. Greatest signal strength at 317 degrees. Got that?
Check's all right, but draw the line, Steve.
Here, go
All
on.
right, just a second, Patsy.
That's it. Aha, that proves it. When Ivan Shark broadcast last night, he was halfway between those other 2 points.
Gee, do you suppose that means that Chuck is at that point?
No, I don't, Patsy. Shark wouldn't have the nerve to broadcast from the place where he's keeping Chuck and Frank Crane.
Well, then where do you think he's keeping Chuck?
It's somewhere in that general area, Steve. Just exactly where, I don't know. We've got to listen to Chuck tonight and hope and pray that he'll give us the rest of his secret message.
All right. We ready to leave?
Yes, Steve. We're ready. I'll take the controls. We should be in Reddington by noon. All right, here goes for the starter.
Gosh, Captain Midnight, we haven't got much time left. It's 8 o'clock now, and we've just got to rescue Chuck before 12 o'clock tomorrow night.
Well, it looks as though Ivan Shark has certainly fooled Captain Midnight. The last time the criminal broadcast, it was from the hideout where Chuck Ramsey and Frank Crane are located. But Captain Midnight does not believe that Ivan Shark would do such a thing, which is exactly what the criminal intended. There are only 42 hours left to rescue Chuck and young Crane. Will Captain Midnight be successful? Tune in to Captain Midnight. Now, don't forget what we told you to do for that winter-weary feeling that every car begins to have about this time of year. It's time to have your car made summer-ready at your Skelly service station. No, summer isn't here yet, I know. But as far as your car's concerned, winter is over, and it's time to do something about it. The oil in the crankcase is thin and winter-worn. It's probably diluted with gasoline, too, from pulling out the choke too much on cold mornings. So you can understand why your car wants to be made summer-ready, not next week or the week after, but right now. So if you want to do your dad a real favor, tell him to stop over at your Skelly service station this week for sure. Have the Skelly man drain the crankcase, flush it out, and refill it with fresh, clear, sparkling Skelly Tagoline or Uniflow motor oil of the proper grade for your car and for your weather. Remember, though, to ask for Skelly Tagoline or Uniflow motor oil. Your Skelly man can tell you how these two oils are made to stand abuse, and they're the oils for you to use in your car. Now, don't forget to tune in again Wednesday, same time, same station, for further transcribed adventures of Captain Midnight, brought to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. Can Captain Midnight locate Chuck and rescue him in the short time that remains, or will Ivan Shark carry out his terrible threat? Be sure to listen Wednesday. Until then, this is Don Gordon, your Skelly man, saying goodbye and happy landing! Skelly Oil Company presents Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight, brought to you 3 times each week by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. But first, let me tell you fellas and girls about the dream I had last night. Boy, oh boy, was it a riot. I dreamed I was just pulling up to a stop in front of my house when I heard a mysterious voice. Oh, boy, home at last. Gee, I hope supper's ready.
Hey, Don.
Huh?
Oh, Don, help me. Help me.
Who said that? Who called my name?
It was me, Don. I'm your car. Won't you help me? All you do is drive me around. You hardly pay any attention to me anymore. I've been a good little car. Won't you help me?
Hey, what is this? I didn't know my car could talk.
I know. It's because you never listen to me. But please, Mr. Gordon, I need your help. I'm so winter-weary, I can hardly drag my wheels around. My oil is all winter-worn and thin as skim milk. I think maybe I'm anemic.
Well, I had no idea it was so serious. Come on, car. We're dashing right over to the Skelly service station.
There it is. Turn right in here, boss.
Okay. Well, here we are. Hi there, Skelly.
Good evening, Mr. Gordon.
Oh, quick. Somebody do something. Oh.
Serious case, Doc. Serious case. Winter frustration, I think.
I know. It's that old winter-worn oil. We'll take it out and give him a few cans of Skelly Tagaline.
Good.
Now for that Tagaline. I'll open this can for him.
That's the stuff. Pour it right down in.
Oh, boy. More.
Give him another quart, Skelly.
Okay. It's almost full now. There you are. Plumb full of summer-weight Tagaline motor oil. I guess that'll help.
Oh, I'll say, boy, oh boy, I'm a new vehicle. Hop in, Don. We're going places. Boy, oh boy. Let's prance down the main drag and strut our stuff. Eh, Don?
Sure. Say, you sure did things for that old winter weariness, Skelly. I'll tell you what. We'll be back tonight, and you can finish that summer-ready job. I think the old boy still needs some good summer lubrication in his joints.
Oh, don't you worry, Skelly. I'll bring him back. That Skelly Tagaline is sure great stuff. Boy, oh boy.
Yes, sir. So that was my dream, fellows and girls. Wasn't it a scream? But say, just remember, if your family car could talk, that's probably just about what it would tell you. Because it really is time to have the car made ready for warmer weather. Now, you tell Dad about this, won't you? And tell him to drive into your Skelly service station for an oil change and a lubrication job that will be like a spring tonic to that winter-weary family car. And now to Captain Midnight. Only 30 hours remain before Ivan Shark's offer of safety for Chuck Ramsey expires. If Captain Midnight does not agree to Ivan Shark's dishonorable terms by 12 o'clock tomorrow night, Chuck Ramsey and Frank Crane will disappear forever. Chuck, however, does not know that Ivan Shark has set this time limit. Today, we find the master criminal addressing his servant Fang with Chuck Ramsey before him. Listen.
That will do, Fang. You will stand outside the door until I signal for you.
Yes, master.
Well, my dear Ramsey, you have taken your detention with a remarkable amount of composure. But perhaps you will not be so composed after I have given you some news.
What is the news, Shark? From the way you speak, I guess it must be bad news.
Most men would take it as bad news, Ramsey. At least the average man would think so when he is told that the chances of his living more than 30 hours are very slim.
So that's it, is it?
Yes, Ramsey, that is it. It is with some regret that I have to announce that I have given Captain Midnight an ultimatum. He must agree to my terms by midnight tomorrow night, or I will be forced to liquidate you and young Crane.
Well, I haven't heard that term used very often, but I understand what you mean.
This announcement does not disturb you?
No. It's nothing more than I could expect from you.
Such composure is remarkable, Ramsey. Remarkable indeed. But it is only a front, I am sure. Bravado, Ramsey. That's all it is. You must be quaking inside.
Well, regardless of what it is, I think you should give Captain Midnight more time to come to a decision.
That's where you're wrong, Ramsey. It is never safe to give Captain Midnight too much time. Captain Midnight does not deceive me in the least. He is merely stalling while he makes a vain attempt to rescue you. But I am not going to give him too much time, because he has done some very remarkable things in the past. As soon as he discovers, which will be by tomorrow night, that all his efforts are useless, he will agree to my terms.
If you're sure of that, then Frank Crane and I have nothing to worry about.
It is a strange thing, Ramsey. I feel certain of it, and yet there's a doubt lingering in my mind. That is why I've set the time limit for tomorrow night. We might as well get this over with quickly.
Didn't I hear you promise Captain Midnight that I could talk to him again tonight?
Huh? Your ears are very keen, Ramsey. But yes, you are right. I did give Captain Midnight that promise. He pretends that it is necessary for him to be sure you are still alive. But I would advise you to do this, Ramsey. If you value your life and that of young Crane, you had better persuade Captain Midnight to agree to my terms. If not, well, you know what to expect.
Yes, I do. But I don't think you'll be disappointed when you hear what I say to Captain Midnight.
I'm beginning to think that you are very sensible, Ramsey. And I am sure I will not be disappointed. But I warn you, Ramsey, do not attempt to give any information to Captain Midnight. If you do, the last thing Captain Midnight will hear is a pistol shot. You understand?
Yes, I understand.
Very good. I will signal Fang, and he will take you back to your room. But remember, Ramsey, my offer must be accepted by Captain Midnight within 30 hours.
Yes, Master?
I wish to speak to Gardo, Fang, and you will take Ramsey here back to his room.
Gardo is waiting to see you now, Master. You'll come in, Gardo.
Okay, Fang.
You'll follow me, Ramsey.
Well, what do you have, Chief?
We must arrange about tonight's radio conversation with Captain Midnight, Gardo.
Which way will we fly this time?
Well, I had intended to fly north, Gardo. But inasmuch as I have set the time limit for tomorrow night, I do not believe it makes much difference.
No, Chief, it ain't gonna make any difference. Why don't we go back to the first place we talked from? That sure ought to cross up Captain Midnight.
Excellent, Gardo. Excellent. Captain Midnight won't know what to make of that, I'm sure. Very good, then. You will have the plane ready for a takeoff at 11 o'clock. We must be in the air by 11:15.
Yeah. Are you gonna take Chuck Ramsey along?
Yes. Captain Midnight insists on hearing his voice, just to be convinced the boy is still alive.
Hey, ain't there something phony about that, Chief?
Huh?
Captain Midnight knows you ain't gonna put Ramsey out of the way until he turns down your proposition. Say, maybe they got some kind of a way of sending secret messages back and forth, huh?
Ridiculous, Gardo. I have listened to every word spoken by Ramsey and Captain Midnight, and I know too much about code messages to be fooled by them.
Yeah, I guess you're right. And anyway, they've only been able to say a few words.
Very good, then, Gardo. Have the plane ready at 11 o'clock.
Okay, Chief.
In the meantime, Captain Midnight and his group have been held up by a bad storm in returning to their base at Reddington. It is night, and Steve and Patsy Donovan are sitting in the cabin of the Spartan talking things over. Let's listen as Patsy says.
I'm worried, Steve. Honestly, I am. That storm delayed us over 8 hours. And here it is almost 9 o'clock, and Captain Midnight hasn't returned yet.
But he's only been gone an hour, Patsy. Maybe it was hard to locate the commissioner of police this time of the evening.
Yes, I guess maybe you're right. I certainly hope so. Oh, here comes Captain Midnight now.
Oh, yeah.
Hi, Captain Midnight.
Hi, Captain.
How'd you make out?
Well, I had some trouble finding the commissioner, Patsy, but after I did and told him my story, he said his whole organization was at my service.
Oh, that sounds good, doesn't it?
All right, now, here's the plan. The commissioner, Markham's his name,
is arranging to have every available plane in the air to help us. And while I was in his office, he called the manager of Arctic Airways, who promised to put every plane his company owns at our disposal, too.
Gee, isn't that swell?
Uh-huh. Now, how soon are the planes going to get started?
Some of them will get started tonight. That is, in just a little while. They're going to cover the territory which I have marked as most important. That is the region between the 2 points from which Ivan Shark transmitted his radio messages.
Oh, that's swell. There's one thing we've got to be mighty careful of.
Now, what's that, Steve?
Well, there isn't much doubt about Ivan Shark's hideout being very well hidden. It'll probably be possible for a plane to fly over it and never see it. Naturally, Shark won't have any lights burning. But if planes do fly over him, he may get scared and, well...
Yes, I know what you mean, Steve. But our safety lies in the fact that Shark thinks I'm 2,000 miles from here, at Ridgeville Airport.
Anyway, the time limit's up tomorrow night at 12 o'clock.
Say, I just thought of something else, Captain Midnight.
Yeah?
What's to prevent Ivan Shark from listening to our radio conversation?
Well, that's been taken care of as well as possible, Steve. The commissioner's office is to be the clearinghouse for all radio messages. Every plane that takes off on the search is to be designated by a number in the order of their first takeoff. Now, for instance, we'll be the first one off, so we'll be called plane number 1. And no pilot will ever mention names or any other information that would tend to make Shark suspicious. Only numbers and locations will be used.
Oh, I see. That ought to work swell.
Oh, gosh, now wait a minute. I've just thought of something else.
Now what?
We have reason to believe Shark is transmitting his messages from his plane.
That's right, Steve.
But how about the listening posts? Ivan Shark is going to talk again tonight at 12 o'clock. Maybe
And
we
that,
could...
Patsy, is the most important thing of all. Commissioner Markham has arranged for several listening posts to check on Ivan Shark at 12 o'clock. It may be possible to find out exactly where he is. All right, Steve. We're all ready to take off now.
All right. Say, which way are we going to fly?
Well, we're going to head for that first position, the one from which Ivan Shark talked the first time. Then, from there, we'll head straight west and fly over the other 2 positions. We'll see what we can find out.
Well, swell. I'll run and get the engine started right away.
Okay. And, Steve, be sure and warm it up well now.
Right.
Well, Patsy, you better run and get Pinky and Slim. By the time they get here, we'll be ready to take off.
I'll have them back in a couple of minutes.
Well, events are approaching a dramatic climax. At 12 o'clock, Ivan Shark is going to the point from which he made his first radio broadcast to Captain Midnight, and Captain Midnight is heading that way also. Will the 2 planes meet in the air? Don't miss the conclusion of the thrilling search for Chuck Ramsey. Listen to Captain Midnight. Say, some time ago, you'll remember, we had a dad's night on this program for fathers of Flight Patrol members. Well, it was so popular that we've decided to have another on our next program. So remember, all you fellas and girls, have your dads listen in with you to the next adventure of Captain Midnight. Now, Friday is Dad's night on this program. Don't forget, will you? Because we're going to have a special message for the fathers of Flight Patrol members Friday night. So you tell Dad to be sure and be with you at your radio when Captain Midnight next comes on the air. So don't you forget to tune in again Friday, same time, same station, for further transcribed adventures of Captain Midnight. Brought to you by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. Can Chuck give a final secret message over Ivan Shark's radio while talking to Captain Midnight? Can Captain Midnight outwit the master criminal? Be sure to listen Friday. Until then, this is Don Gordon, your Skelly Man, saying goodbye and happy landing! The Skelly Oil Company presents Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight, brought to you 3 times each week by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. But now remember, tonight is Dad's night. And I surely hope lots of you fellas and girls have brought your dads along with you to hear tonight's exciting adventures of Captain Midnight. And I want to say this to you, Dad. You certainly have some sons and daughters to be mighty proud of. Why, if you could just see the hundreds of fine letters written by these young Flight Patrol members telling of their interests and aims and ambitions, you'd know why I say that. You can feel happy and proud that they have this consuming interest in aviation that's common to all the young friends of Captain Midnight. It's a wholesome interest for wide-awake young folks. It keeps their minds busy with worthwhile things, and their enthusiastic letters prove that they're getting a lot out of it. So again I say, Dad, you have a lot to be proud of and thankful for in your wide-awake young aviation enthusiasts, the members of Captain Midnight's 1940 Flight Patrol. Now, I know they've been telling you a lot about Skelly Petroleum products and Skelly service for your car, too. Naturally, they like to see you patronize their friend, the Skelly man, who helps to bring them this Captain Midnight program. But there's more to it than that. We'd like to have you patronize your Skelly man, too, of course, but we want you to give him your business because you really feel he's giving you more for your money. We want you to find out what Skelly courtesy service means. We want you to find out that you get more than top-quality motor oil and gasoline and lubricants at your Skelly service station, more than expert lubrication service, more than guaranteed products and auto accessories. We want you to find out for yourself that it's a real pleasure to do business with your Skelly man, that there's complete satisfaction at the sign of the big letter S that stands for Skelly service. So stop in, won't you? Time now to have your car made ready for warmer weather driving. Your Skelly man knows exactly how to do it. Stop in and see him, and he'll appreciate it, I know, too, if you tell him you're the parent of a wide-awake young friend of Captain Midnight's. And now to Captain Midnight. Events are rapidly approaching a thrilling climax in Captain Midnight's attempt to rescue Chuck Ramsey and Frank Crane. Captain Midnight has arranged for a radio actor with a voice similar to his to talk to Ivan Shark at 12 o'clock that night, thus leading Ivan Shark to believe that Captain Midnight is still at Ridgeville Airport, over 2,000 miles away. As our scene opens now, we find Captain Midnight flying high over the wild country north of Reddington. Steve Donovan is in the co-pilot's seat beside him, and immediately behind them is Patsy Donovan. In seats further to the rear are the faithful old miners Pinky Drake and Slim Poole. Listen as Steve asks,
Where do you think we are now, Captain Midnight?
Well, we're getting close to the first point from which Shark broadcasts. We're certainly within 30 or 40 miles of it.
Gosh, I don't see how you can tell where we are, Captain Midnight. I can't make out anything below.
By the tarnation, it's like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
You couldn't find nothing anyhow, Pinky. If your head wasn't tied onto your body, you'd lose that.
Says you.
We've been flying on this course now about an hour. That ought to put us almost across the Peace River.
I saw some water a little while ago, Captain Midnight. It was over to the east. It looked like an awfully big lake, too.
Yes, Patsy, I noticed that. That's what makes me think we're right on our course.
Well, according to this map, that must have been what they call the Lesser Slave Lake.
Yeah, that's right, Steve. I've seen it from the air before.
Gosh, Captain Midnight, it must be getting pretty close to 12 o'clock. Don't forget, we've got to listen to Ivan Shark talk to you.
Now, Patsy, you mean talk to someone he thinks is Captain Midnight.
Yes, that's what I mean. Won't it be exciting, Captain Midnight, to listen to a voice that sounds so much like yours that you can't tell the difference?
Yes, Patsy, it will be. I just hope it accomplishes its purpose.
You mean that Ivan Shark won't get wise?
Yes, Pinky, that's it in a nutshell.
Well, it's 8 minutes of 12 right now. We got plenty of time yet.
I was just thinking, Captain Midnight,
Huh?
we might be awfully close to where Ivan Shark is broadcasting from. His voice should sound very loud, while the voice from Ridgeville would be very faint.
That's the way it'll work out, Patsy.
As a matter of fact, we may be closer to Ivan Shark than we realize.
Why, the great grizzly. What's that?
What do you mean, Pinky? What do you see?
I was looking out this here window on the left, and it seems like I seen a light.
Where was this light, Pinky?
Out this way, Captain Midnight. There. It seems like I see it now.
Gosh, I don't see anything. Everything looks black below us.
Take down that way, Patsy. Why, the old hemlock. Maybe I'm a-seeing things.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the first time.
Wait a minute. Well, you're looking up in the sky, Pinky. Is that where you saw a light?
Yeah, I had it, and now I lost it.
No, I see what you was looking at, Pinky. There it is up there in the sky. It's a star.
I see that star all right, but was that it, Pinky?
I see that star, but I don't think that was it. Now, look how far.
I see it. Why, it looks like the tail light of an airplane. Now I see a green light. And there's a red light, too.
Patsy's right, Captain. We're looking at the navigation lights of an airplane.
Yes, we are. The ship's off to our left and a little bit below us. We're going to dive down and see who that is.
Jiminy Crickets, Captain Midnight. Our own navigation lights. They're out.
Yes, Patsy, I switched them out. We're not going to take any chances.
Great guns, look at that. Those lights. Why, they've disappeared.
My gum, they sure have.
I don't see a single thing down there. Those lights in the plane, too, have completely disappeared.
What do we do now, Captain Midnight?
I'm opening this throttle wide, Steve. We've got to find out who's flying that plane.
Sure mighty darn funny he'd switch out them lights. Maybe he done it for the same reason Captain Midnight switched out ours.
Yes, I think you've hit it, Pinky. He must have seen us just after we saw him. He's probably coming toward us to find out who we are.
I'll bet it's one of the planes from Reddington.
That's just what I think, too, Patsy. Do you think we better radio a report in, Captain Midnight?
Yes, I do, Steve. You make the call while I do the flying.
Okay.
Number 1 reporting. Lights of plane seen in air northwest of Lesser Slave Lake.
Okay, number 1. Okay, number 1.
Do you see anything of that ship, Patsy?
Not a sign, Captain Midnight. Straining my eyes as hard as I can, but I can't see any sign of it.
Oh, I was hoping we might see the exhaust flames from his engine.
Darned if it ain't dropped right out of sight.
By George, I've just thought of something.
What now, Steve?
Well, if that ship was one of the planes from Reddington, it would have come over toward us to find out who we are. But it didn't. It must have dived for the ground to get away from us.
That's good reasoning, Steve. And if that ship isn't one of the planes that are helping in the search, it probably is the one ship in the world we want to find. The one flown by Ivan Shark.
But what are we going to do, Captain Midnight? Is there any chance of finding the plane in this darkness?
No, not much, Patsy. We'll get back on our course and follow out our original plan.
And now we go back in time several minutes. Another plane, a powerful bimotored ship, is flying through the black night over that wild country. Ivan Shark is sitting at the controls, and beside him in the co-pilot seat is his chief pilot, Gardo. Listen as Gardo asks.
We've gone pretty near far enough, haven't we, Chief?
We'll continue on this course for 8 minutes, Gardo. Then you will take the controls and make a wide circle while I call Captain Midnight.
Coming back to this point sure will fool Captain Midnight, all right. He won't know what to make of it.
No, Gardo. We will have him completely puzzled.
Yeah. Hey, that sure is a good one, Chief. Having Captain Midnight 2,000 miles away and puzzled at the same time. It's too good to be true.
He may not be 2,000 miles away, Gardo, but we will know that in a little while.
Yeah, it's only about 8 minutes till we hear his voice, and then you'll get the reports from your listening post in a half hour after that.
Yes, Gardo. And this time...
Hey, what's that?
Huh? What, Gardo? What do you see?
Above us, Chief, and to the right. There's a ship. I can see its navigation lights. Quick, switch out our lights.
All right, they're out. You stupid fool. Why did you not keep your eyes open?
Hey, what are you going to do now, Chief?
I've opened the throttle wide. We're diving from that plane. Strange ships are things we've got to keep away from. Where's it now?
I can't see it no more, Chief. I guess he must have been going the other way.
You're sure he didn't turn out his lights?
No. We just left him behind, Chief, that's all.
I don't like this idea of meeting other planes in the air. Someone might get curious about us.
Now there ain't nothing to worry about, Chief. This Arctic Airways crowd are flying in and out of Reddington all the time.
Well, I'll continue diving until there's no chance that ship followed us. You better go back and see that Chuck Ramsey is safe in the baggage compartment. Then in about 3 minutes, you bring him forward to the cockpit. I'll be ready to talk to Captain Midnight by then.
And now back to Captain Midnight. It is 2 minutes before 12 o'clock. The engine is laboring as the plane climbs at a steep angle. Listen as Captain Midnight says.
All right, keep her climbing, Steve. I'd like to get a couple of 1,000 feet more.
Okay, Captain.
How high are you going to go?
To about 12,000 feet, Patsy.
We've only got about 1,500 to go. Boy, are we climbing. Just take a look at that altimeter.
Yeah.
I'm all set, Captain Midnight. My pencil's ready to take down every word.
Well, now listen, the voice from Ridgeville may not be very clear, but that won't make any difference. The most important thing is to get Chuck's speech. All right, Steve. Level off now. Throttle that engine.
Right you are, Captain.
How much time left, Patsy?
Only a few seconds, Pinky.
Gosh, won't it be funny hearing a voice just like Captain Midnight?
Quiet now, everybody. Quiet. It's almost 12.
Ivan Shark calling Captain Midnight. Ivan Shark calling Captain Midnight. Go ahead.
Captain Midnight, answering Ivan Shark. Captain Midnight, answering Ivan Shark. Go ahead.
Are you ready to give me your answer, Captain Midnight? Go ahead.
I will give you my answer at the end of 24 hours. And now I demand to hear from Chuck Ramsey. Go ahead.
Very good, Captain Midnight. Take the microphone, Ramsey.
Hello, Captain Midnight. This is your last chance to come to an agreement with Ivan Shark. Please think it over. If you do not agree, this will be the bridge that will separate us forever. You should do the right thing, the thing that will surely bring us together at last. If I do not see
That
you...
will be enough, Ramsey. If you do not see Captain Midnight again, it will be his fault. I trust you heard that, Captain Midnight. Go ahead.
I have heard every word you have said, Ivan Shark. And tomorrow night, at 12 o'clock, I will give you my final answer. Captain Midnight, signing off.
Great guns. That voice sounded exactly like Captain Midnight.
That'll sure fool Ivan Shark, all right.
All right, Peppy. Did you get every word Chuck said?
Yes, Captain Midnight, I did. And I got every word of Chuck's secret message, too.
Well, Chuck has succeeded in getting through a secret message to Captain Midnight right under Ivan Shark's nose. But what does this secret message say? Don't miss the finish of this exciting adventure. Tune in to Captain Midnight. Now, just one more word to you, Dad. When you bring the family car into your Skelly service station to have it made summer ready, here's something else to remember. Maybe, for some reason or other, that wide-awake boy or girl of yours hasn't yet had a chance to join Captain Midnight's famous 1940 Flight Patrol. Now, there's an organization every youngster will get a great deal of pleasure in belonging to. And it doesn't cost a single penny to join. You simply bring your boy or girl into your Skelly service station the next time you stop in. Tell your Skelly man you'd like to have him sign up a new member in Captain Midnight's 1940 Flight Patrol. Now, you don't need any seals or labels or box tops or anything like that. Why, you don't even need a penny for a stamp. Your Skelly man will enroll your boy or girl right then and there. He'll give them a Flight Patrol membership card and send right in for a free spinning medal and pocket piece bearing the secret password, Corporal Hofa. And here's something else. It's just about the last chance to join up. Soon the membership rolls will be closed. So act now. Have your boy or girl join Captain Midnight's 1940 Flight Patrol at your Skelly service station the very next time you're out in the family car. And don't forget to tune in again Monday, same time, same station, for further transcribed adventures of Captain Midnight, brought to you by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. What does Chuck's secret message mean? Will Captain Midnight be able to decipher it in time to save Chuck and Frank Crane? And what will Ivan Shark do? Be sure to listen Monday. Until then, this is Don Gordon, your Skelly man, saying goodbye and happy landing! Skelly Oil Company presents Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight, brought to you 3 times each week by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. And now, I have an announcement I don't want any red-blooded fellow or girl anywhere to miss hearing. And if any of your friends aren't listening in tonight, I hope you'll do me and them the big favor of telling them what I'm going to tell you right now. Listen, now is your last chance to join Captain Midnight's 1940 Flight Patrol. In a very short time, the membership rolls will be closed up tight, and we can't take any more members. So if there are any wide-awake, air-minded young fellows or girls anywhere in Skellyland who haven't yet joined Captain Midnight's thrilling 1940 Flight Patrol, now's the time to act, and act quickly. Because, look, this is what it means. First, it means your last chance to belong to one of the swellest radio clubs on the air, absolutely free. Second, it means your last chance to get your very own official Flight Patrol membership card to keep as a memento of your friendship with Captain Midnight. And third, it means your last chance to get one of those exciting, bright, gold-colored spinning medals of membership to carry with you as a lucky pocket piece and as proof of your membership in Captain Midnight's own secret aviation adventure club. What's more, this beautiful big spinning medal of membership has the secret password on it, too. And there's a hole drilled right through it so you can string it on a chain or a cord and use it as a watch charm, medal, bracelet, or necklace ornament. Boys and girls alike are crazy about these beautiful medals of membership that you get absolutely free when you join the 1940 Flight Patrol. So remember, won't you, to tell all your friends that now is their last chance to join Captain Midnight's to join Captain Midnight's to join Captain Midnight's to join Captain Midnight's 1940 Flight Patrol. Tell them all they do to join is stop at the Skelly service station the next time they're out with their mother or dad in the family car. They just tell the Skelly man they want to join, and he'll do all the rest. And it's absolutely free at any Skelly service station in the United States. So now, you have two things to remember. One is, have your family car made summer ready now at your Skelly service station. The other is, tell all your friends that now is their last chance to join Captain Midnight's 1940 Flight Patrol, and it's absolutely free. And now to Captain Midnight. In order to prevent Ivan Shark realizing that his hideout may be found, Captain Midnight had an actor imitate his voice at Ridgeville during the radio negotiations with Shark. During this, Captain Midnight and his friends listened in from their plane as they winged their way northward toward where they think Shark is. Patsy Donovan wrote down every word that Chuck said, and almost immediately after the conclusion of the conversation, she exclaimed excitedly that she had Chuck's complete secret message. Her friends in the Spartan are greatly excited. Listen.
Chuck used the same system he did in the others. Every 10th word means something in the secret message. The first 10th word is come. The second one is over. The third one is bridge. After that is the word right. And the last one is at.
You're absolutely right, Patsy. Those are the 10th words, and do you notice something else?
I'll say I do. The 5 secret words begin with the letters C-O-B-R-A.
Great guns. Well, that spells the word cobra.
Right. And the last 5 words, which Chuck has already given us twice, begin with the last 5 letters of the word Cobral Hofa.
Gosh, old hemlock, Patsy. What's the complete message then?
Chuck has taken the word Cobral Hofa and made a secret message out of it. And here's what it is. Come over bridge, right at long home on flying arrow.
The only thing is, what in the world is the flying arrow? Is there any place on the map named that?
No, Steve, I don't think so. I've looked the map over carefully, and I haven't seen anything like that. But we've got to find it, because everything depends on it. And remember, we've only got 24 hours left.
Calling number 1. Calling number 1. Go ahead.
Oh, wait a minute. Quiet, everybody. There's a radio message coming through.
Calling number 1. Calling number 1. Go ahead.
Number 1 answering. Number 1 answering. Go ahead.
Return to your base at once, number 1. Return to your base at once. Go ahead.
Will return at once. Number 1 signing off.
What in the world can have happened, Captain Midnight?
I don't know, Patsy. But it must be very important, or Commissioner Markham wouldn't have sent a message like that. I'm opening this engine up, and we'll get there as quickly as we can. I'll see him as soon as we land.
Now then, Captain Midnight, if you'll look at this map on my desk, I'll show you something of vital importance.
Yes. Yes, I see. I'm beginning to understand why you called me in.
As you've noticed, I've drawn lines from the listening post to the point from which Ivan Shark made his radio broadcast.
Wait a minute. Why, he was talking from almost the exact spot I was last night.
Yes, Captain. And what's more, we know you were very close to Shark because our listening post triangulated your position just before.
Wait a minute. You mean when I reported seeing that strange plane?
Exactly.
This confirms the conclusion I've come to, Commissioner. If that ship I saw last night had been one of the ships on the searching party, it would have come to investigate me instead of switching off its navigation lights and flying away.
Exactly, Captain Midnight.
The question now is, where did Shark fly to after we saw his plane?
If young Chuck Ramsey is right, Ivan Shark's base is at the point called the Flying Arrow. If I only knew what he meant by the Flying Arrow.
What Chuck calls the Flying Arrow must be the name given by him to a particular spot or section up there. Our problem is to find something that looks like a flying arrow, and we can't do that until daybreak. There are only about 22 hours left before Ivan Shark's ultimatum expires. And somehow or other, we've got to find Chuck and young Crane before that time limit's up.
Our force is with you every inch of the way, Captain. We'll put every available ship in the air at daybreak.
Right. And thank you, Commissioner. By daybreak, I'll be 5,000 feet in the air. Good night, sir.
Captain Midnight keeps his promise, and as day breaks, he and his party are in the air and searching for the Flying Arrow. Meanwhile, our scene changes to Ivan Shark's hideout. The criminal is in his study, pacing restlessly back and forth. It is 9 o'clock in the morning. Suddenly, there comes a signal.
Yes, Fang, what is it?
It is Gardo, Master. He wished to see you at once.
Very good, Fang. Come in, Gardo. Close the door, Fang.
Yes, Master.
I had to see you right away, Chief.
Well, Gardo, what is it?
We just got a code radio message from Reddington.
You mean from Lefty?
Yeah, Chief, it was from Lefty. He says to tell you something big is going on. There's a big manhunt starting. There's more planes at the airport than there's ever been before. He says that early this morning, all the planes took off and headed up in this general direction.
Well, Gardo, it looks very much as if the Canadian police have received a message from Captain Midnight.
Yeah, that's what it looks like, all right. Captain Midnight must have wired them the location you talked from.
Undoubtedly.
Hey, listen, Chief. There's a ship now.
Yes, I hear it, Gardo. It must be to the north. Ah, there it is. Look out this window.
Yeah, that's one of the ships, all right, but it don't look like he's coming this way.
No, he's passing to the north. But we'll have more planes over us before the day is out, Gardo.
Do you think they'll be able to spot anything?
They can't see our plane. It's too well concealed. This house, they may see that. But it's known to be a large hunting cabin owned by a wealthy American. The Canadian police have no reason to suspect this place.
Yeah, I guess we got nothing to worry about. Captain Midnight's 2,000 miles away, and he's got to give us his answer by 12 o'clock tonight.
All we've got to do, Gardo, is to sit tight. We'll pay no attention to any planes that may fly over us. But give the order that no one is to go outside. There must be no smoke, no signs of life of any kind.
Okay, Chief, I'll tell the men, but...
Something must have happened.
Miss Fury wishes to see you at once, Master.
Tell her not to bother me now, Fang. Gardo and I are talking.
It is most important, Father. I must speak to you at once.
Very well, Fury. But it had better be important. Close the door, Fang.
Yes, Master.
Now then, Fury, what is this important news?
We have been tricked, Father. Completely tricked.
What nonsense is this, Fury? What are those papers you have in your hand?
There. Put them on your desk and look at them. They will prove what I have said.
These are the words that Chuck Ramsey used in speaking to Captain Midnight.
Exactly, Father. We have been so stupid as to allow young Ramsey to send a secret message to Captain Midnight.
You're crazy, Fury. You must be out of your head. And tell me, how does it happen you have these?
Each time you talk to Captain Midnight, Father, I listened on my own shortwave set. And I made a copy of the whole conversation, including what Ramsey said each time. I told you before I thought the words he used were rather strange.
Well, what words did he use? What is this secret message?
You are an old hand at this, Father. You have used similar systems before. Take Ramsey's first two messages to Captain Midnight. Compare the 10th word in each
hold
message.
your tongue, Fury. I studied these. Yes, you're right, Fury. Ramsey has been trying to trick us. The 10th word in each of his two messages are the same.
Yes, Father. And there are 5 of them altogether. What do they say?
Listen, Guido. Listen to this. The 5 words are long home on Flying Arrow.
Long home on Flying Arrow. Oh, what does he mean by Flying Arrow? I never heard of no such place like that.
Now I see the whole thing, Father. Chuck Ramsey was in the cockpit with you just before we landed here. Is that not true?
Yes, Fury. And he got a good look at the ground below.
I get the long home, all right. That's this house. But what's the flying arrow?
Oh, you numbskull, Gardo. What does this high ridge look like? It is long and narrow, and it has a point at one end, and is broader at the other, like the feathered tip of an arrow.
Fury is right, Gardo. From the air, this ridge looks like an arrow.
Oh, supposing it does. Captain Midnight's down at Ridgeville, ain't he? And that's over 2,000 miles away.
Ah, you stupid fool. Captain Midnight could have telegraphed a message to the Canadian police. Could he not?
Maybe this ridge looks like a flying arrow to Ramsey, but it won't look like that to anybody else.
Yes, I think Gardo is right, Fury. If the pilots of these planes are searching for us, they'll be trying to find a spot on the map known as the Flying Arrow. And there isn't any such place.
Oh, just a moment. You say Captain Midnight is at Ridgeville, over 2,000 miles away. Chuck Ramsey tricked us in sending this message. Perhaps Captain Midnight has tricked us into thinking he is still at Ridgeville.
Well, I'll find out about that right now. Gardo.
Yeah?
You send a code radio message to Maxie at Ridgeville. Have him find out if Captain Midnight is still there.
I'll send it right away, Chief.
But this is not all, Father. You have not looked at the last message Chuck Ramsey sent to Captain Midnight last night.
Yes, I'm looking at that now.
I have underlined every 10th word. Read them out loud, and then follow up with the previous message.
Very well, Fury. Here's the way it reads. Come over bridge, right, at Longholm, on Flying Arrow. You're right, Fury. You're right.
Well, Fury Shark has discovered Chuck's secret message of communicating with Captain Midnight. And the infuriated Ivan Shark knows the secret message which Chuck has sent to Captain Midnight. What will he do? And will Captain Midnight find Chuck in time? Be sure to listen next time. Your Skelly Man is specializing right now in making cars summer ready. You know what that means? Well, making your car summer ready means draining out that thin, worn-out winter oil and filling the crankcase with clean, sparkling Skelly Tagoline or Uniflow motor oil of exactly the proper weight for your car and for your weather. It means checking the gear lubricants to see that they're exactly right, too. It means taking care of the battery, the tires, and all the other things that ought to be checked over after a long winter's driving. There's no extra charge for this service. So why not stop in and let your Skelly Man make your car summer ready tonight or tomorrow for sure. You'll be glad you did. And say, here's something else. If you or any of your friends haven't yet joined Captain Midnight's exciting aviation adventure club and received your swell membership card and spinning medal, now's your last chance. Join up right now at your Skelly service station. It's absolutely free, but you must act quickly. And say, I'll tell you something very special about that on our next program. So be sure to listen in. Don't forget to tune in again Wednesday, same time, same station, for further transcribed adventures of Captain Midnight. Brought to you every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. So Ivan Shark has discovered that Chuck Ramsey sent Captain Midnight a secret message. And Chuck is still in Shark's power. What will happen next? Be sure to listen Wednesday. Until then, this is Don Gordon, your Skelly Man, saying goodbye and happy landing! Skelly Oil Company presents Captain Midnight. Captain Midnight, brought to you 3 times each week by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. And now, your very closest attention for one of the most thrilling and sensational announcements of the year. Listen. how would you like to be the first one in your crowd to build your very own model airport? A swell big model airport complete with hangars, shops, air beacons, buildings, and equipment of every kind. How would you like to fill this airport with model airplanes that you've built yourself, topped off with a beautiful big model of Captain Midnight's own Spartan bomber? And that isn't all. How would you like to have a complete set of warplane wing markings of all the major countries in the world to transfer onto the wing and tail assemblies of your model military planes of all the different countries? But wait, here's why I'm asking you all these questions. Captain Midnight himself is going to tell you how you can get all these things and lots more besides absolutely free. Captain Midnight will talk to you now by radio from the cabin of his powerful monoplane. All right, Captain Midnight, go ahead.
Hello, fellows and girls. All the things Don Gordon has just told you about, directions for making that swell model airport, how to get the plans for the Spartan bomber, the free set of warplane wing markings, yes, and many other big features, are all in the new issue of our own Aviation Adventure Club newspaper, the Flight Patrol Reporter. Now, I want every single member to have one. So whatever you do, don't miss getting your very own copy of the new Flight Patrol Reporter. Now, that's all for now. Go ahead, Don.
Thank you, Captain Midnight. And I'm sure all your loyal members will respect your wishes and get their copies of the new Flight Patrol Reporter with all these sensational new features. And remember this, they're absolutely free. Now, here's all you do. Just stop at your Skelly service station and show your Skelly man your Flight Patrol membership card the next time you're out with Mother or Dad in the family car. Your Skelly man will give you your free copy of the new Flight Patrol Reporter right then and there. And say Captain Midnight is right. The new Flight Patrol Reporter shows you just how to make a thrilling model airport, different from any you've ever seen. It tells you how to get the famous Spartan bomber model kit or plan. It gives you the wing markings used by the world's greatest fighting planes all over the world, and dozens of other exciting features besides. But now, get this. If you're not yet a member of the Flight Patrol, your Skelly man will help you join up right away so you can still get your free Flight Patrol Reporter the very same day. But remember now, don't put it off. Get your free copy of the thrilling new Flight Patrol Reporter at your Skelly service station tonight. And now to Captain Midnight. Events are rapidly approaching an exciting climax in Captain Midnight's determined effort to rescue Chuck Ramsey and Frank Crane before the time limit set by Ivan Shark expires. But in the meantime, the criminal has discovered the secret message that Chuck has sent to Captain Midnight. As our scene opens now, it is noon, and Captain Midnight has just landed his Spartan plane on the Reddington Airport. Commissioner Markham approaches and says,
Well, what luck, Captain Midnight?
None at all, Commissioner.
Oh, I'm afraid this is like trying to find a needle in a haystack.
Perhaps it's even worse than that, Commissioner. None of the other pilots have discovered any trace of the flying arrow either?
No, Captain. They're back empty-handed.
Judging by the number of planes on the ground, I guess everybody must be in for refueling.
Yes, they're all in, but a few got away late this morning. I imagine there'll be planes coming and going all afternoon.
I don't suppose you've had any word from any of your ground stations, have you?
Not a word, Captain Midnight. You'll be taking up again as soon as you've refueled, won't you?
Yes, we will, Commissioner. Just as soon as we can get the oil and gas tanks filled.
There's the refueling truck now. How about having a bit of lunch with me? Perhaps my radio operator will have some information.
I'll be glad to, Commissioner. I'll be up at the restaurant, Steve. Come up there when you're through.
Okay, Captain Midnight.
In the meantime, we return to Ivan Shark's hideout. The criminal is in his study, looking out of the window at an airplane in the distance. Suddenly, there comes a signal.
Gardo to see you, Master.
Very well, Fang. Send him in.
You will come in, Gardo.
Okay, Fang.
What is it now, Gardo?
I got a code message from Maxie at Ridgeville, Chief. Things don't look good at all.
I see. Then Captain Midnight, I take it, is not there.
Well, here's the message, Chief. I wrote it out on a piece of paper for you.
Very well. So this is it.
Yeah.
Captain Midnight took off from Ridgeville Airport shortly after 11 o'clock the night before last. He did not land again at Ridgeville.
Hey, listen to that plane. It's getting closer.
That's the third plane we've seen here this morning, Gardo. If we pay no attention to them, I tell you, they will not spot us.
Yeah, but what about this message, Chief? What kind of a trick is Captain Midnight playing on us? You had your listening post check on him last night, didn't you?
Yes, Guido, I did. And the report was that the voice was coming from near Ridgeville.
Yeah, but according to this message, Midnight left there the night before last. And that's more than 24 hours ago. Hey, he must be up here somewhere. But how could he be up here and talk from down there?
There's only one possible answer, Guido. Captain Midnight did not talk from down there. In fact, it was not his voice we heard at all. It was someone else hired by Captain Midnight to mislead us into believing he was still there.
Yeah, I guess both this Kid Ramsey and Captain Midnight have put one over on us.
Oh, no, not yet they haven't. Ramsey and young Crane are still locked in that room here, aren't they?
Well, sure they are, Chief. But things are getting rather hot for us. Captain Midnight 2,000 miles away is one thing, but knowing he's sticking his nose around here is something else.
Yes, Guido, it is something else. Let me think.
Maybe we better give Ramsey and young Crane the works and then get out of here, huh?
It's useless to attempt leaving here in daylight, Guido. There are too many planes in the air, like this one to the east right now.
Well, supposing one of them figures out this flying arrow business.
Well, they haven't yet, and I don't think they will. But at any rate, it's useless to attempt leaving here until dark.
Well, shall we take out of here then?
I'm not sure, Guido. But you'd better have everything in readiness.
Okay.
Go now and leave me here to make plans for the future. Report to me later.
Not far away is the room where Chuck Ramsey and young Frank Crane are imprisoned. They are standing by the single window of their room, watching the distant high-flying planes. Listen as Frank exclaims,
I can't understand it, Chuck. That's the third plane that's been flying around here this morning.
I know it, Frank. Something's up. I can feel it in the air. Even Fang looked at us kind of funny when he brought in our food a little while ago.
Do you suppose Captain Midnight is flying one of those planes?
Only one of them got close enough for me to get a good look at it. And I know it wasn't a Spartan.
Well, I was hoping this one was going to fly right overhead, but now I don't think so.
No, I think he's going away to the west.
Oh, something must have happened. Do you suppose Captain Midnight did get your message?
I'm not sure, Frank, but I do think this. I think that each time Ivan Shark talked to him on the radio, Captain Midnight had his position triangulated, and he's probably communicated that information to the Canadian police.
Oh, gosh, I sure hope you're right, Chuck.
The only thing I'm worried about is that Ivan Shark talked to Captain Midnight at 12 o'clock last night. That means that Captain Midnight was at Ridgeville at the time. Ridgeville's over 2,000 miles away.
That makes things rather hopeless, doesn't it?
Yes, it does. I guess our only chance is that one of these planes will spot this place before dark tonight.
But, gee, Chuck, suppose one of them does spot it. Suppose the pilot does come down to investigate. That doesn't mean we can get away from Shark. He's not going to allow himself to be captured, and one of the first things he'll do is to...
I know what you're saying. You mean that he'll get rid of us. Gee, that plane is gone, and another chance is gone with it. But to come back to what you were saying, we've got to take a last desperate chance of breaking out of here. Now, here's what we'll do. We'll wait until after dark, and then we'll smash this window and...
Late in the afternoon, just as the sun is setting, flying very high, Captain Midnight's plane nears Ivan Shark's hideout. The famous pilot is at the controls, and behind him are Steve and Patsy Donovan, and Pinky Drake and Slim Poole. Listen as Steve exclaims.
Well, we're coming to the center of the circle, Captain Midnight. Point to which we've been working.
Yes, I know it, Steve. It looks as if we've followed my system for nothing.
This is the point from which Ivan Shark made his third broadcast, isn't it, Captain Midnight?
Yes, it is, Patsy.
If that's where it is, it's a darn cinch Ivan Shark wouldn't be holding Chuck there.
Yeah, any dumbbell could tell that.
All right, come on now, you two. We're all too tired for that. But I'm afraid Pinky's right. Ivan Shark certainly wouldn't be holding Chuck at the same place from which he made one of his broadcasts.
Maybe we better hurry back to...
By the great grizzly, Patsy. What are you staring at?
Captain Midnight.
Yes, Patsy, what is it?
Keep the ship headed in the same direction.
What in the world do you see, Patsy?
I don't know yet, Steve. Maybe I'm crazy, but look, Captain Midnight.
What?
Look out to our left. Not just below us, but farther away.
Yes, Patsy, I'm looking, but what do you see?
I see something that looks like an arrow.
What?
Turn a little to the left, Captain Midnight, and let's get closer.
All right.
By the tarnation, Patsy, I don't see nothing that looks like an arrow.
Neither do I, Patsy. Look,
Wait a minute. Hold it, everyone. Hold it. I believe you've got something there, Patsy. Look, Steve.
Yeah.
Look down there. Must be 3 or 4 miles ahead of us there, see? Do you see that long ridge?
That's it. That's what I was looking at.
Well, yes, I see it, but Well, say, that does look a little bit like an arrow.
You bet, and the closer we get, the more it takes on that shape. Look, there's a long shaft made by those woods on top of the ridge. And at the eastern end, there's something that looks like a point, see?
At the western end, it broadens out and is shaped just like the feathers on the tip of an arrow.
Yes, now I see. Why, it looks just like an arrow.
And look, Captain Midnight, on the center of the ridge, there's something that looks like a house.
Just a minute, Patsy.
Gosh, if that's the place, we'd better dive down and look it over.
No, Pinky, no. That's the one thing we mustn't do. At least not yet. But you're right, Patsy. There is a house on that ridge, and it's a long, narrow one.
And what's more, there's a bridge on this side. Must be over a ravine.
Quick, Patsy, quick. Read Chuck's secret message there again. Hurry.
Well, here it is. Come over bridge, right at Long Home on Flying Arrow.
Everything checks. This must be the place. Well, Ivan Shark certainly pulled a fast one on me that time. He assumed that the place he broadcast from would be the last place that I'd look. And he was right.
And look, on the other side of the ravine, there's a long, narrow landing field.
Mm-hmm.
This is the place. It's got to be.
Quick, Steve, take over the wheel here.
Right.
And keep on straight ahead. And don't do any kind of flying that would make watchers on the ground suspicious. I'm going to call Reddington.
Number 1 calling. Number 1 calling. Go ahead.
Go ahead, number 1. Go ahead.
Have found flying arrow. Check my position by triangulation and send every available plane. We'll keep calling so you can check signals. Go ahead.
Righto, number 1. We'll send help immediately.
All right, here, I'll take that wheel, Steve. Right. You keep calling while I hold the ship in a wide circle so as to help the listening post get our position.
Right you are, Captain Midnight.
Number 1 calling. Number 1 calling. Number 1 calling.
At last, Captain Midnight has found Ivan Shark's hideout on the Flying Arrow. But Chuck Ramsey and Frank Crane have not been rescued yet. Don't miss the thrilling climax of this exciting adventure. Tune in to Captain Midnight. Remember, Captain Midnight expects every member of the 1940 Flight Patrol to do his duty, and that is to call for your free copy of the new Flight Patrol Reporter the very next time you're out with Mother or Dad in the family car. And man alive, just think of all the fun you'll have building that Keene model airport, making model planes, tracing and coloring those warplane wing markers on your model fighting planes, reading all the exciting aviation features and Adventure Club news in your own Aviation Club newspaper. And don't forget this, it's absolutely free to every member, whether you already belong or whether you join up right now at your Skelly service station. And what's more, it's your last chance to join the 1940 Flight Patrol, because in a very short time, the membership list will be closed once and for all. And tell all your friends about it, won't you? And remember yourself to see your Skelly Man for your exciting new issue of the Flight Patrol Reporter tonight or tomorrow for sure. And don't forget to tune in again Friday, same time, same station, for further transcribed adventures of Captain Midnight, brought to you by the Skelly Oil Company, Skelly Jobbers and Dealers. So Captain Midnight finally located Ivan Shark's hideout, where Chuck Ramsey and Frank Crane are imprisoned. But he still must rescue them. Can he do it? Be sure to listen Friday. Until then, this is Don Gordon, your Skelly Man, saying goodbye and happy landing!